Come on, let's go. Good morning, disc golfers. It's your boy Dom Griffin back out here to give you guys another tip. I wanted to give you guys a tip this time on how to get easier speed on these 75 foot putts. For me, I think of it more as like a throw putt. You are going to be using some spin here, obviously, and it's kind of like a spin putt. The way that I think of it is you want to use your arm more than you would in a normal putting motion, right? A little bit more as a whip, but not really snappy, and I'll show you what I mean. When you line it up, you want to be more offset than a normal putt. Normal putt, you're a little bit offset. For this, like I said, it's more of a throw putt, so you need to be a little bit more offset than normal. So normally, if I'm lining up a closer putt, I would be slightly offset. But for this, I'm going to be even just that much more offset, right? I'm obviously not going to aim over here. I want to put the putter in line with the top right corner of the basket, right? And I'm using this hyzer, right? You have to because you're throwing it, or you're using it like more of a throw, so it does have more of a chance to flip up on you, right? So I put it at this top right corner of the basket. I come down through it, right back up through to that corner, right? And I have to time it with the rocking motion of my body in order to get that natural push forward from, or I guess you could say pull, because when I move forward, my body's pulling my arm, and then I'm following forward through with it at the end, right? So for me, it'll look like this. Little headwind. Feel it. Yeah. All right. These first few, I'm going to do them a little floatier, make sure they're safe, and then I'll try and put a little bit more push on them, all right? And I like to use the spin. It's a floaty putter, has some stability. The numbers are minus 2.50 at the end, which sounds pretty unstable. But when you're putting with them, that's not how unstable they'll be. That's more for throwing. Putting, it'll be more like maybe minus 1.5. Close. Ooh, got a little whip on that. Takes a little feel. It's trial and error. You'll get a good feel for it the more you do it. Oh, come on. Raspberries. So that's how you do it with a putter that's floaty and that wants to flip up for you, right? These are anodes. These are what I like to putt with when I'm in the circle, closer circle 2. And so for a putter that's more stable, like this, you're going to want to put a little bit of ante on it, or just swing it out more to the right. The problem with swinging it out more to the right is when it lands, it's going to want to have more of a chance to get up and roll. So putting ante on it will stop it from doing the roll so much and just get a much softer landing. So when you're going for like a basket that's on the edge of a drop off or something like that, but maybe you do want to run it, ante is probably the better way to go, right? Let's see if we can make it work. But you'll use the same lineup, same flow and everything, but instead of following through this way, you're going to make sure when you follow through, you put that little twist in your arm to get that ante, right? I don't think I don't think you want to try and keep the ante the whole time. I think it's better to just go with it, you know, and then just use your arm to get it to ante on the way through. Boop. Really got to exaggerate that. Come on. Woo. Come on. Come on. Don't get greedy. Come on. Getting a little greedy, but you can see it's easy speed. I'm going to pick some of those up and go with the spins because they're floatier, show you how it works for the straddle, but I am going to bring the basket a little closer because for me, the straddle, I can use it more at about 45, 50, but obviously, as you can imagine, when you're from the straddle, it's going to be very hard to use your arm that same way. Even if you do come between, it's still going to be hard. So for me, I turn more to the side, try and use the same motion, but it's a little bit condensed, right? Short or shrunken, compact, or whatever. And you'll see it is going to hyzer more. I don't think you want to force it. I think you just want to play that little bit more of a hyzer. And like I said, that's for 45, 50 foot putts anyways from the straddle. So it's like just getting the speed on that is good for those, right? All right, so we have the basket at about 50 feet now. I'm going to show you guys some straddles, all right? Like I said, I'm lining up more offset so that when my arm follows through, I know where it's going to be, right? Right where I want it. Cutting off that right side of the basket like you've heard before. Come on, let's go. Woo, thought I had two of them. Like I said, with the hyzer, I definitely try to make sure I play it more to the right to give it that chance to push all the way to the left. It's not going to flip up as much from the straddle as it would with the staggered, but that's why I think the straddle is actually a little safer. Come on. Ah, I thought that was in there. Come on. Let's go for a straddle Annie. Just one. Just one. But yeah, works for all the angles. So hope you guys like it. Hope you guys can make it work for yourself. Like I said, you want to use your energy and your flow. You don't want to think about snapping it, right? Use the timing and the rhythm to guide you. All right? Thanks, guys.